was born in New York City, and by the time she was 4 months old, was on the road, touring with the comedy act of her parents, Ed and Catherine Blondell. She's been active in some phase of show business ever since. Evening, Joan.
Hi, Ed.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
How do you like this California-type weather we've had this week?
You haven't been out tonight. It's raining on my terrace.
Joan, you spend about an equal amount of time in New York and in California.
That's right.
Which of the two would you say offers the greater opportunity for an actress today?
Oh, Ed, I think opportunity is, everywhere, you know, East Coast as well as West Coast or in the middle. It just seems to me it's, as far as my profession, the theatrical one, that the youngsters today make their success like that.
Yeah?
On television fast or on the screen. They don't have have flops. And I think you need an awful lot of flops to have the joy of success. And today it's too fast.
Too fast and then frequently forgotten right away, aren't they?
Well, maybe. I hope not.
Joan, you've had one of the longest Hollywood careers on record. How many pictures would you guess you've made?
I guess 97. And in the first 27 months I was in Hollywood, I made 32 pictures. They kind of panned me on the way to the restaurant and back. Of course, they were not 32 different stories. It's the same story. I just changed clothes and talked fast.
Well, Joan, I imagine with all the movies you've made, a certain number of them have found their way onto television, haven't they?
Oh, yes, so the late business. Because I worked so hard when I first got out there, I didn't have a chance to see many of the pictures I appeared in. I saw about 20 out of the 97. But now and again, when I turn on the thing for the news, I hear a voice that sounds familiar, and I look, and I catch up with my career.
What else is keeping you busy?
A little while ago, I did a pilot film called The Jacksons, and if that turns out, if somebody buys it, like Kent, why, I will be living in California and be near all my children and grandchildren again. Of course, not too near. I don't believe in that. I'll live quite a distance away because I think that's as it should be. I'd like to consider myself a grandma on the lam. You know what I mean?
Is your daughter still determined to be a veterinarian?
Yes, she is. She studied for 3 years. She has a couple of years to go. And, well, she's just marvelous in fields and jumping and riding. I'm scared of a merry-go-round. And she's so great at it, and I'm so proud of her, and my son, too.
Looking back, are you ever sorry that you allowed yourself to be typecast in all those chorus girl roles? Would you have preferred a dramatic part?
Ed, I had no choice about the typing business. I was under contract at the time, and at first it upset me because I considered myself at a very young age to be dramatic. But I have come to the conclusion that comedy is a very, very important contribution to the theater, and that if you can make people laugh, you can make them cry. And I'm always grateful for a good part, be it comedy or drama.
Well, about your children.
Yes.
Did you ever regret that they didn't follow in the family tradition and go into the theater as you and your parents did?
Oh, indeed not. Actually, I'm quite happy. My son's on the other side of the camera or stage. And my daughter's interested in the horses, as I told you, and I'm grateful it turned out that way. Of course, if my son had wanted to be a carpenter, I would have bought him a hammer, but it turned out just the way I wanted it.
Joan Blondell, thank you very much for letting us come tonight.
Thank you, Ed.
And will you say goodnight to Gloria?
I certainly will.
And also to Bridie over in the corner there.
My Purple Heart mother.
Thank